The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But what if I told you that the most important journey isn't measured in miles, but in the transformation of your very being? Welcome to the dawn of a new era, my friends. This isn't just another year. This is your year of metamorphosis. You see, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. And as we stand on the precipice of this new year, we have before us an unparalleled opportunity to sculpt our destiny, to mold our future with our own two hands. Now, I want you to think for a moment. What is the difference between where you are and where you want to be? Is it luck? Is it circumstance? No, my friends. The difference is in the decisions you make and the actions you take every single day. Let me share a little secret with you. Success leaves clues. And the biggest clue is successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. They push past the discomfort, they embrace the uncertainty, and they persistently chip away at their goals day in and day out. You see, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. But here's the kicker. That decade is made up of years, those years of months, those months of weeks, and those weeks of days. It all starts with today. Now, I'm not here to tell you it's going to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. But I am here to tell you it's going to be worth it. Because on the other side of your effort is everything you've ever wanted. Let's talk about change for a moment. Change is inevitable. Progress, however, is optional. And that's where you come in. You have to be willing to let go of the life you've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for you. Think about it this way. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. Is that enough for you? Are you willing to settle for the ordinary when the extraordinary is within your grasp? It's fundamental truth. For things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. It's not about the cards you're dealt, but how you play the hand. Now let me ask you a question. If you could accomplish only one thing this year, what would it be? Hold on to that thought, because that's your compass. That's your North Star. Everything you do from this point forward should be moving you closer to that goal. But here's where most people falter. They have the dream, they have the vision, but they lack the discipline to turn that vision into reality. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And let me tell you, my friends, that bridge is built brick by brick, day by day, choice by... You've got to understand, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. On the flip side, failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. It's the compound effect of our daily choices that shapes our lives. Now, I want you to think about your life as a great big empty jar. You've got rocks, pebbles, and sand. The rocks represent the most important things, your health, your relationships, your passions. The pebbles are the other things that matter, like your job, your house, your car. The sand is everything else, the small stuff. If you put the sand into the jar first, there's no room for the rocks or the pebbles. The same is true for your life. If you spend all your energy and time on the small stuff, you'll never have room for the things that are truly important. Pay attention to the rocks first, the things that really matter. Set your priorities. Let's talk about your mindset for a moment. Your mindset is like the steering wheel of your life. It determines your direction, your decisions, and ultimately your destination. Here's a powerful truth. You are not your circumstances. You are your possibilities. If you know that what can stop you, you've got to understand success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. That's why personal development is so crucial. You've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. Read books, attend seminars. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely, because your environment will shape you, sometimes when you're not even aware of it. Now let's talk about goals. Goals are the fuel in the furnace of achievement. Without them, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly on the sea of life. But with clear, well-defined goals, you become the captain of your own destiny. Here's the thing about goals. They've got to be specific, they've got to be measurable, and they've got to have a deadline. Vague generalities won't cut it. I want to be successful is not a goal. I want to increase my income by 25 this year by acquiring 3 new high-value clients each quarter. Now that's a goal. Write your goals down. There's magic in putting pen to paper. It's like you're entering into a contract with yourself, and review them regularly. Let them be the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see at night. But here's where most people go wrong. They set the goal and then they sit back and wait for success to come knocking on their door. That's not how it works, my friends. You've got to take massive action. Massive action is the cure-all. It's the solution to all your problems. You've got a great idea, take massive action. You want to improve your relationships, take massive action. You want to advance in your career, you guessed it, take massive action. And when you take action, be prepared for obstacles. They're not there to stop you. They're there to test how badly you want it. The size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. Think little goals and expect little achievements. Think big goals and win big success. Now, let's talk about time for a moment. Time is your most precious resource. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. How you spend your time is how you spend your life. Most people spend more time planning their vacations than they do planning their lives. Don't be most people. Plan your days, weeks, months, and years with intention. Remember, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Here's a little exercise for you. Take out your calendar right now. Look at last week. How much of your time was spent on activities that moved you closer to your goals? How much was wasted on trivial pursuits? The way you spend your time is a reflection of your priorities. You've got to guard your time like it's gold because it's far more precious. Learn to say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to everything else you could be doing with that time. Let's shift gears and talk about wealth for a moment. Now, when I say wealth, I'm not just talking about money. True wealth is a rich life in all areas: health, relationships, personal growth, and yes, finances too. Here's a fundamental truth about money. Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. You've got to learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Most people have a lottery mentality when it comes to wealth. They're waiting for their ship to come in. But here's the truth. You've got to build your own ship. You've got to be willing to do what others won't so you can live like others can. Financial success is 20 skill and AP psychology. It's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Start thinking like an investor, not a consumer. Consumers spend their money and time. Investors allocate their money and time. It's a subtle shift in mindset, but it makes all the difference. Here's another key to wealth. Learn to master the art of selling. Whether you're selling a product, a service, or an idea, the ability to influence others is crucial. Remember, nothing happens until somebody sells something. Now, let's talk about relationships. Your wealth can be measured by the depth and quality of your relationships. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure, and fulfillment often comes from the connections we make and nurture. Cultivate your relationships like you would a garden. Give them time, attention, and care. Be quick to praise and slow to criticize. Remember, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. Always. In your professional life, surround yourself with people who complement your weaknesses and share your vision. No one succeeds alone. Find mentors who can guide you, partners who can support you, and team members who can execute alongside you. And in your personal life, cherish those who stand by you through thick and thin. Success is empty if you have no one to share it with. Make time for your loved ones. At the end of the day, it's not about how much money you made, but about the lives you've touched and the memories you've created. Let's talk about health for a moment. Because without health, you've got nothing. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. Take care of it. Most people spend their health trying to gain wealth and then spend their wealth trying to regain their health. Don't fall into that trap. Prioritize your health now. Eat right, exercise regularly, get enough sleep. These aren't luxuries. They're necessities. Remember, your body is the only place you have to live. Treat it with respect. Fuel it with nutritious food, challenge it with regular exercise, and give it the rest it needs to recover and rejuvenate. Now, let's delve into the power of continuous learning. In a world that's changing faster than ever before, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is the true superpower. Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. Read voraciously, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking and expand your horizon. Remember, the person you'll be in 5 years depends on two things: the people you surround yourself with and the books you read. Choose both wisely. And here's a little secret. The more you learn, the more you earn, not just in terms of money, but in terms of opportunities, experiences, and the ability to make a difference in the world. Now, let's talk about resilience. Because no matter how well you plan, no matter how hard you work, you're going to face setbacks. It's not a matter of if, but when. Here's the thing about adversity. It's not there to stop you. It's there to shape you. It's in the moments of difficulty that we discover who we truly are and what we're truly capable of. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as a stepping stone to success. When you face a setback, don't ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Your job is to find it. Let's talk about the power of focus. In a world full of distractions, the ability to focus is like a superpower. Most people major in minor things. They spread themselves too thin, trying to do a little bit of everything. But here's the truth. You can't be all things to all people. You've got to choose your lane and dominate it. Success demands singleness of purpose. You've got to be willing to say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. What you focus on expands. So, choose your focus wisely. Focus on solutions, not problems. Focus on opportunities, not obstacles. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. Now, let's talk about the importance of taking responsibility. This is a big one, folks, because until you take 100% responsibility for your life, you give away your power. It's easy to blame circumstances, to point fingers, to make excuses. But here's the truth. You are where you are because of the choices you've made. And if you want different results, you've got to make different choices. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you're to blame for everything that happens to you. It means you're responsible for how you respond to everything that happens to you. It's not about fault. It's about ownership. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. You move from being a victim of circumstances to being the architect of your destiny. Remember, life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Let's shift gears and talk about the power of gratitude. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. It's impossible to be angry and grateful at the same time. It's impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Start and end each day with gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every single day. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee or as profound as a loving relationship. The point is to train your mind to focus on the abundance in your life, not the lack. Remember, what you appreciate appreciates. The more grateful you are for what you have, the more you'll have to be grateful for. It's one of life's beautiful paradoxes. Now, let's talk about the power of giving. Because here's a fundamental truth. The secret to living is giving. Life is not about getting and having. It's about giving and being. Most people have it backwards. They think, once I achieve success, then I'll give back. But that's not how it works. Giving is not about making a donation. It's about making a difference. And you can start making a difference right now, right where you are with what you have. Remember, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Find ways to add value to others' lives. It could be through your time, your talents, or your resources. When you focus on adding value to others, your own life becomes infinitely. Let's talk about the power of persistence. Because here's the truth. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Success is not about intensity. It's about consistency. It's easy to be motivated for a day, a week, or even a month. But true success comes from showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Remember? The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Willpower is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Now let's delve into the power of vision, because without vision, people perish. Your vision is your why. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what keeps you going when the going gets tough. Most people live with a fuzzy vision of their future. But fuzzy visions create fuzzy results. You've got to get crystal clear on what you want. What does your ideal life look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Write it down. Create a vision board. Make it so real in your mind that you can taste it, touch it, feel it. Because what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Remember, your vision isn't just about you. It's about the impact you want to make in the world. It's about the legacy you want to leave behind. What do you want to be remembered for? Let's talk about the power of habits. Because your life today is essentially the sum of your habits. What you repeatedly do ultimately forms the person you are, the things you believe, and the personality that you portray. But here's the beautiful thing about habits. You can change them. And when you change your habits, you change your life. Start small. Focus on one habit at a time. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Want to be healthier? Start with drinking more water. Want to be more productive? Start with waking up 30 minutes earlier. Want to be happier? Start with practicing gratitude daily. These small habits compounded over time lead. Now, let's talk about the power mindset, because your mindset is like the software of your brain. It determines how you interpret and respond to situations. And here's the thing, your mindset is not set in stone. You can change it. Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, not as threats to be avoided. Remember, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Your beliefs shape your reality. So choose beliefs that empower you, that push you forward, that help you become the best version of yourself. Let's talk about the importance of balance, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. It's not about working 24/7. It's about working smart, not just hard. Create a life, not just a living. Make time for the things that truly matter. Your health, your relationships, your passions. Remember, no one on their deathbed ever said, "I wish I had spent more time at the office." Balance doesn't mean giving equal time to everything. It means giving the right amount of time to the right things. Prioritize what truly matters. Remember, you can have it all, just not all at once. Let's delve into the power of self-reflection. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of where we're going and why. That's why regular self-reflection is crucial. Take time each day, each week, each month to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I moving closer to my goals? Are my actions aligned with my values? What have I learned? What can I do better? Self-reflection isn't about beating yourself up over mistakes. It's about learning, growing, and course-correcting when necessary. It's about ensuring that you're not just busy, but productive. Not just active, but effective. Remember, the unexamined life is not worth living. Don't just go through life. Grow through life. Now, let's talk about the power of dreams. Dreams are the seedlings of reality. Everything you see around you was once someone's dream. The buildings, the technology, the businesses, they all started as an idea in someone's mind. But here's the thing about dreams. They don't work unless you do. A dream without a plan is just a wish. You've got to turn your dreams into goals, your goals into plans, and your plans into action. Don't be afraid to dream big. The size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Remember, the greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Let's talk about the power of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns dreams into reality. Most people confuse discipline with motivation, but here's the truth. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is reliable. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Start small, build habits, create routines. Over time, these small disciplines compound to create massive results. Remember, we don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. Your daily routine is the foundation of your success. Guard it zealously. Now, let's delve into the power of adaptability. In a world that's changing faster than ever before, the ability to adapt is not just an advantage, it's a necessity. Change is the only constant in life. Those who resist change are left behind. Those who embrace it thrive. Be willing to let go of what you know to learn what you need to know. Remember, it's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It's the one most responsive to change. Be like water, fluid, adaptable, always finding a way forward. Let's talk about the power of authenticity. In a world full of copycats, authenticity is your greatest differentiator. Don't try to be someone else. The world already has them. It needs you. Authenticity is about being true to yourself, your values, your vision. It's about having the courage to be vulnerable, to show up as your real self, flaws and all. Remember, you are not in this world to live up to someone else's expectations. You are here to be you in all your unique, wonderful, weird glory. Embrace. Now, let's delve into the power of patience. We live in a world of instant gratification, but real, lasting success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort over time. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Success is not about intensity. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't see immediate results. Remember, the bamboo farmer plants the seed and waters it for 5 years before he sees any growth above the ground. But once it starts growing, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. Your success might be closer than you think. Keep going. Let's talk about the power of curiosity. Curiosity is the engine of intellectual achievement. It's what drives innovation, creativity, and progress. Stay curious. Ask questions. Challenge assumptions. Never stop learning. The moment you think you know it all is the moment you stop growing. Remember, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size. Now, let's delve into the power of resilience. Life will knock you down. That's a given. The question is, will you get back up? Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as a stepping stone to success. It's about viewing obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as setups for comebacks. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. Develop the ability to bounce back, to adapt, to persevere, because that's what separates the successful from the rest. Let's talk about the power of mindfulness. In a world full of distractions, the ability to be present, to be fully engaged in the here and now, is a superpower. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind. It's about being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your surroundings. It's about living consciously rather than on autopilot. Practice mindfulness daily. It could be through meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to your senses. Remember, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Now let's delve into the power of integrity. Success without integrity is failure. Your word is your bond. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. Integrity is about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. It's about aligning your actions with your values. It's about being consistent in your words and deeds. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. Small acts of integrity build up over time to create a life of honor and respect. Let's talk about the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's about choosing peace over conflict, love over hate. Remember, forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it does enlarge the future. Let go of what's weighing you down so you can move forward unencumbered. Now, let's delve into the power of purpose. Purpose is what gives life direction and meaning. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning with a spring in your step. Your purpose isn't something you need to create. It's something you need to discover. It lies at the intersection of what you're good at, what you love doing, and what the world needs. Remember, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Seek your purpose relentlessly, because when you work on purpose, you find joy in the journey, not just the destination. Let's talk about the power of community. No one succeeds alone. We are social creatures designed to thrive in community. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who support you. Build a network of mentors, peers, and friends who share your values and your vision. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your company wisely, because who you spend time with is who you become. Now, let's delve into the power of creativity. In a world where automation is taking over routine tasks, creativity is becoming increasingly valuable. Creativity isn't just for artists. It's for everyone. It's about seeing connections where others see chaos. It's about finding solutions where others see problems. Cultivate your creativity. Read widely. Try new things. Embrace diverse experiences. Remember, the creative adult is the child who survived. Nurture your inner child. Let's talk about the power of courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to act in spite of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. The comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone, to take calculated risks, to face your fears. Remember, courage is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Do one thing every day that scares you. Over time, you'll develop the courage to pursue your biggest dreams. Now, let's delve into the power of consistency. Success isn't about doing one thing 100 better. It's about doing 100 things 1 better. Consistency is what transforms average into excellence. It's what turns actions into habits, habits into character, and character into destiny. Remember, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. Be consistent in your efforts, your attitude, your commitment to growth. Let's talk about the power of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the electricity of life. It's what lights you up from the inside out. Enthusiasm isn't about being loud or boisterous. It's about having a genuine passion for what you do. It's about approaching life with a sense of wonder and excitement. Remember, people are not persuaded by what we say, but by our enthusiasm when we say it. Enthusiasm is contagious. It attracts opportunities, opens doors, and inspires others. Now, let's delve into the power of focus. In a world full of distractions, the ability to focus is a superpower. Most people major in minor things. They spread themselves too thin, trying to do a little bit of everything, but success demands singleness of purpose. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. What you focus on expands. So choose your focus wisely. Focus on solutions, not problems. On opportunities, not obstacles. On what you can control, not what you can't. Let's talk about the power perspective. Perspective is everything. It's not what happens to you, but how you interpret what happens to you that determines your reality. Develop the ability to see the silver lining in every cloud, to find the lesson in every failure, to see the opportunity in every challenge. Remember, life is 10 what happens to you and 90 how you react to it. Your perspective shapes your experience of life. Choose a perspective that empowers you. Now let's delve into the power of self-love. Self-love isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself. Nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Speak to yourself with kindness. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Remember, you are your longest commitment. Treat yourself with the same love and respect you give to others. As we wrap up this journey of transformation, remember this: you have within you right now everything you need to succeed. You have the power to shape your destiny, to create a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. The new year isn't just another year. It's a new chapter in your life story, and you are the author. Write a story you'll be proud to tell. Remember, life is not about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. So go forth and create. Dream big, work hard, stay focused, and never ever give up on yourself. Because the world needs what only you can give. Your unique talents, your unique perspective, your unique contribution. Don't rob the world of your greatness. This is your time. This is your moment. Seize it with both hands. Because in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. So take that chance. Make that leap. Pursue that dream. Because on the other side of your fear is everything you've ever wanted. And remember, success is not a destination. It's a journey of growth, of learning, of becoming. Enjoy the journey. Embrace the process. Because that's where the real magic happens. You've got this. I believe in you. Now go out there and make it happen. Your future self is counting on you. The world is waiting for you. This is your year. Make